What makes Juvelook stands out in the market?
You can try to inject yourself.
To be honest, I'm very skeptical. Complications and complaints, but I do believe this Juvelook trend is something to look out for.
The solution is here, Juvelook.
Hi, I'm Nadia Anwar. I'll be the host for today's show. It's everywhere. Juvelook has taken the aesthetic world by storm. You see it on social media. You definitely hear it whispered in conversations. But what exactly is it? And why all the excitement? Well, to answer those burning questions, we have an incredible panel of experts joining us today. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Choi Ho Soon, Dr. Stephanie Young, Dr. Edmund Lau, and Dr. Nazilia Tibroni.
I'm Dr. Ho-sung Choi from South Korea. I'm director of PNF Clinic. I have 15 years of experience in medical aesthetic field. I specialize in filler injections, toxin, and thread lifting procedures, and skin booster treatments.
Hi, I'm Dr. Stephanie Young from Singapore. I'm the Medical Director of Eagle Aesthetics and Surgery. I'm also the Director of Ophthalmic, Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery at Eagle Eye Centre. My passion really is in combining surgical and non-surgical procedures for rejuvenation of the eyes and face. And I do believe that many of these non-surgical procedures as standalone treatments or in combination with surgery can enhance patients' outcome.
Hello, I'm Dr. Edmund from Penang, Malaysia. I'm the founder and a medical aesthetic physician from Easy Skin Laser Aesthetic Clinic. I have 11 years of experience in this industry, and in my practice, I believe that by utilizing aesthetic procedures, that we can enhance the confidence of our patients and restore the everlasting confidence for our patients. I feel that with medical aesthetic, with modern techniques and products, I believe that we restore the patient's mental and physical health.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nazilia from Dr. Nazilia Clinic, Malaysia. I'm specializing in scar and skin rejuvenation. We have been in the industry for the past 14 years and we are still searching for the best treatment and outcome for our patient, especially for scar rejuvenation. So I'm here today for that.
Let's address the elephant in the room, which is the Juvelook. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about today, about Juvelook. What makes Juvelook stands out in the market and what actually is Juvelook?
Juvelook is biostimulating particles which gives skin rejuvenation effect, such as dermal remodeling effect, skin brightening, and skin tightening as well. So I think it's very safe and easy to inject. So that's why there are many users in Korea right now.
Many users in Korea right now, and I've been informed in Malaysia itself, it's starting to really became an in trend. Okay, so I'm not surprised because I'm one of the user of Juvelook. Okay, so maybe I can ask Dr. Steph, now that we know what is Juvelook, what are some of the misconceptions patients have about Juvelook and how do you address them? They're always scared when it comes to procedures like this. So normally, what do they say to you?
Yeah, thanks, Nadia. That's a good question. I think when it comes to biostimulators, some patients and even doctors are always a little bit concerned. In contrast, to the so-called pure HA, which is hyaluronic acid fillers, biostimulators, which are polymers, may have had a history of problems in the past. It could be due to uncontrolled inflammation, which could have led to granules and nodules and so on, or the problem with the gel carrier, which was typically CMC. So I think one way to address that really is reassurance to the patient, number one. So tell them, as a doctor, I've tried it myself on my staff and many patients, it's safe. But number two, more importantly, is education. So let them know about Juveluc. It's a combination of PDLLA, which is a microspherical structure which is porous, and hence the sort of inflammation you get is very soft and gentle, unlike the past biostimulators. And number two, the gel carrier is also different. It's hyaluronic acid. So again, it avoids many of the problems that we had with other, biostimulators in the past. So I think with reassurance and education, we can overcome many of these unnecessary misconceptions about Juveluc.
Yeah, normally if a patient comes to you and asks about Juveluc, what would be the first thing that you would say?
Well, I believe that when the patient comes to me for Juveluc treatment, they have the right to understand the whole process from before the treatment, during the treatment, and after the treatment. And it's very important to emphasize to them, Juveluc is made from cornstarch. It's made from fermentation of cornstarch.
Cornstarch?
Yes. So it's a very, in a way, natural chemical product, polymer. And this polymer is used in many medical aesthetic applications, such as surgical implants, suture materials. So patients should really understand where the product and how the product is made, does it come from. And of course, during the procedure, they should understand what we are doing to them. Where are we injecting? How we are injecting? What recovery time they should expect? And I believe most importantly is post-treatment, what they should be expecting. Because for a certain aesthetic patient, expectation, or in fact over-expectation, is something that during the consultation we have to handle. We have to let them know that certain patients may see immediate good improvement, but once injected, Juveluc continue to work within the skin for a period of time. And some patients may only see the result after 2 months, right? So we have to understand, we have to let them know that before, meaning that what is the procedure, how is it made, where is it from, during, what are we doing to them, and post, what should they expect. So I believe that this is something that I would actually tell all my patients before I start my Juveluc treatment.
In terms of the safety profile, or Juveluc is also very important. Maybe Dr. Choi wanted to add in this matter.
Yes, usually synthetic polymers may cause some complications or side effect after injection, especially when injected into the dermis. Because dermis is the most powerful immunogenic location, plane. So many clinicians are still worrying about injecting polymers into the dermis. But Juveluc, as Dr. Stephanie already mentioned, Juveluc has very spherical shape, round shape of particles, and there's aeration inside, so it's easily degraded. So easy degradation may mean less effective results. But actually, I don't agree, because in the dermis, the safety is the first one. Safety is the first, and then efficacy. So I think Juveluc is very safe to use intradermal injection. We can expect even better results than other injectable skin boosters.
And I wanted to ask Dr. Nazilia, as I heard that your clinic have celebrated more than 300 injections of Juveluc. So in terms of that, why do you think it becomes so famous in Malaysia? And can you share any patient success story where Juveluc has made a significant impact on the skin health?
Okay, to be honest, I was introduced with Juveluc early last year, and by my staff actually. She said, "Hey doctor, have you seen this TikTok going on? It's very viral. There's a new skin booster in the town. Do we have it in Malaysia?" And she even asked me that I was wondering, it's Juveluc actually. And then I started to explore what it is all about. And to be honest, I'm very skeptical at first because we have been using quite a lot, more than 10 products in the market, but some fail us, some give a very minimal results. But we have started Juvlook since January 2024, then we see a lot of improvement from our patient. As you know, we are specializing in scar treatment, so until now, I've been searching for the best scar treatment for my patients that require less complications, less downtime, and because everybody is searching for something that is less pain and less downtime nowadays, and here it is, Juvlook is one of it.
And finally, I found it.
So what is the most impressive success transformation that has happened with Juvlook from one of your patients, Doctor?
Okay, since we are specializing in scar treatment, we have one patient who came. She had done a lot of multi-modalities treatment, especially on laser. And she got quite a lot of side effects from the laser because this is heat-induced. And she inquired something that is without such adverse reactions on her. So we have tried on Juvlook, and surprisingly, she's very happy even after 2 sessions, and she's been asking me whether, Doctor, is this permanent? Can I look like this for the rest of my life? And whatsoever. And again, as a practitioner, I'm so happy as well, because sometimes when your patient came with so much of complications and complaints, we also cannot sleep, right? Because
Trying to figure out the solution, the best solution for them.
Yeah, but to be honest, this product is a lot of our ongoing daily practices. Yeah.
Non-invasive and can give you a satisfying result. What else can you look for?
Yeah.
You know, so maybe Dr. Choi, you can share some of the most notable patient transformation you've achieved in Juvlook.
Yeah, there are lots of notable patients in my experiences, but most notable patient was a young lady who had a deep scar, old scar from fall down injury, laceration of the skin when she was very young, and she was very stressed, and also disappointed from many treatment sessions of laser treatment, because the effect was really minimal. So I recommended her to inject Juvlook, and the result was really amazing, because I did only one injection session, and the result was really obvious. So she was very surprised, but I was also very surprised. So I think I agree that Juvlook is really good for scar remodeling.
Scar remodeling.
Yes. As we know, scar treatment is really difficult. We need many sessions of treatment and multimodal treatment. But if you use Juvlook only, you can see some results. That's very interesting.
That's good news to all of you out there. Okay, then maybe I can ask the next question. What future trends do you see in skin treatments, and how does Juvlook fit into this trend? Because we're talking about trends. Nowadays, everything is about trend.
As you see, after COVID era, as we are now in the post-COVID era, people are searching for something that is faster results, less downtimes, and less pain especially. And we see trends on the young patients, and also a guy especially start looking for something that can fix their face. So by doing, I think when we are calculating all this and considering all these indications that and patient's requirement, Juvlook can be one of the so-called trendy products in the market that fits on all those issues and patients' concerns. That is what I can see.
Yeah, because number one is non-invasive. It's affordable price. You can see results And also, it fits to many problems. It helps to solve many problems that you have. Maybe just as simple as skin maintenance as well as what I am doing. I'm also one of Juvelook's user. Okay, and maybe Dr. Steph, you want to add on a little bit. How has Juvelook changed or influenced your approach to non-invasive skin rejuvenation?
Okay. Well, so I agree with whatever the speakers have said so far. Juvelook is a great product because there is a trend towards skin health and tone and texture. I think moving forward from 2024, we are moving towards that quiet aesthetic, that natural look, rather than an overfilled face that was, that past 20, 30 years, and we all kind of cringe a little bit now. So I think that trend towards skin health is what is making skin boosters so special. But what is really special about Juvelook and game-changing is that it's not just a skin booster, it's also a biostimulator and a bioremodeler. So it really improves the skin health as well as its appearance. In my practice, although I do mostly surgeries, what I really love about Juvelook is that it has complemented many of my blepharoplasties, and I've been able to keep my post-surgical patients coming back as long-term patients, and also brought in new patients because Juvelook is really a product that markets itself, and many patients who have tried it will introduce it to their friends, and really this good thing is just being shared with the community. So that has really, brought happy things to the clinic.
Yeah, because I really do think that once you see a result, people will ask you. You don't even need to say anything. People will come, why do you look different? What did you do? I want to do it too. Maybe Dr. Edmund wanted to add a little bit more on this matter.
I'm sure Nadia also had experience. People
Yes,
asking
definitely.
her, what have you done on your face, you
Yes,
know?
yes.
And of course, Dr. Choi from Korea as well, Dr. Choi is a very busy man, travel around the world. So, but his face, whenever I see him, he always look glowy, radiant, like the typical Korean glass skin, right? So, that's the testament to Juvelook. Dr. Choi, do you inject yourself?
Of course, yes. Yes. I'm really a lover of Juvelook. Actually, skin glow is very important because skin glow means very smooth surface texture of the skin, because the light reflex is very even. But if we have a bad texture of the skin, then the light reflex will be scattered, dispersed. So no more glowy skin. So skin glow is very hot word these days. So I think Juvelook can change the skin more glowing.
That's the most important thing. As I see,
Yes.
people call it glass skin.
Glass skin,
Glass
yes.
skin,
Porcelain skin.
Porcelain skin, dewy skin. It's no longer, before the trend was only Snow White. You want it to be as white as possible, but nowadays it's more about healthy skin, the glowy look, the youthful look that we can maintain with good skin. I've also just been informed that Dr. Choi just touched down just now, and I'm surprised because normally long hours will make your skin very dehydrated, very rough, But I can see that this is the best proof of how Juvelook works. Okay, so maybe I would allow each of you to share any final thoughts or advice to the public regarding Juvelook. Maybe you want to educate them a little bit before trying Juvelook, what they should know about Juvelook.
If you're looking for something that give almost everything that you need, you can start with Juvelook actually. You want something that is less downtime, you are the one who works all the time over the camera, you have to meet people every day, then you need something that give you that faster results and less pain, less redness, and all those downtime caused by the treatments. You can go for Juvelook.
Okay, that's a good one. That's what she said to me when I went to her. Okay, Dr. Edmund.
Yes. So my advice is to the public out there, when you are choosing an aesthetic treatment, just be wiser in a way. Do ask your doctor questions. Do some homework, and do ask the doctor if a certain products that they are using has science proving it or evidence-based product where there's a lot of research have been done on this particular product, because I think we are moving towards a direction where we are not only focusing on results and beauty, but we are going towards safe, natural, and people are doing it at a very young age. So you are going to expose yourself to aesthetic medicine procedure for many years to come. So you need to really, really think about the safety of a particular product. And this is why I chose to do Juvilook treatment, because I believe that the company have spent a lot in R&D and have really created this amazing product at this era. So this is what I believe. Yeah.
That's what Dr. Edmund said. It means that education is very important. You need to know. It's okay to ask. The doctor said it's okay to ask.
Definitely okay to ask.
The doctors would love to answer all of your questions regarding Juvilook. Okay, before you do any procedure, make sure you ask. Maybe Dr. Stephanie, and then after that, Dr. Choi can give some final words and advice.
Yeah, so just, for patients and ourselves, time is finite. Resources are limited. There's so many new injectables and trends coming on in aesthetics. We do have to be careful of trends. I do believe that some trends move on to become the standard. And I think Juvilook has that potential, because I think collagen stimulation is a trend that's here to stay. Skin health is a trend that's here to stay. So I think, Juvilook combines both collagen stimulation and skin health. So I do believe this Juvilook trend is something, to look out for, as it might become the next standard.
Wow, amazing. Okay. Maybe Dr. Choi?
Well, the aesthetic trends is moving from volume replacement to collagen, as Dr. Stephanie mentioned, or biostimulation. So we are focusing more on skin rejuvenation than overfilling our faces. So, additionally, good quality skin means healthy skin. So we need something that can improve our skin's health. The solution is here. Juvilook.
Okay, thank you, doctors, for sharing all your expertise regarding Juvilook. So like what Dr. Stephanie said, it's a trend and it's here to stay.
Yeah, I believe that filler market will not disappear.
Again, the product speaks by itself.
Imagine how competitive the market is there.
For under eye area, I really stay clear of hyaluronic acid.
To a level where I actually use it on my skin.